Hey guys, so I was just watching some EG videos and I had the weirdest video idea that actually I think would be pretty interesting. So yeah, today I'm going to show you every electronic game I've had multiple units of. So like say if I've just had multiple units just because, or I've had multiple units because um they broke. Um So yeah, I'm not going to be counting different versions. Although I will be telling you right now, um, that I had, um, 2 units of the Bop It Smash. One of them, actually, I don't think I've said yet, but I'm going to give away soon. It's my low-pitched one that's going, um, it's not going to Kenny, Stella, or Reed. It's going to somebody else. You'll find out more about that later, probably. Um, but yeah. Now I will just say that because my low pitched one has a flat switch and my high pitched one has a other switch, but they're technically not different versions, I guess. Well, I don't really know, but yeah. So yeah, this is, I forgot to mention, just kind of going to be a talking video. There's not really much action I can do here. Um, so yeah, let me think. What have I had multiple units of? Oh yeah, so the Black Bop It Shout from 2013, I believe it is. I've actually had 3 units of that. I still have 2 of them, but as you probably know by now, one of them went to Kenny. So yeah, I had well, actually, I still have a super low pitched one. The one I gave to Kenny is kind of like slightly lower than a Bop It Classic, and the one that I kept is like equal to a Bop It Classic, which is very unusual for a black one. Um, so yeah. Next is the 2013 Black XT. I've had 4 units. Um, the first one I actually got by mistake. I tried to get an Extreme 22, but obviously it had a video, and I clicked on it and heard it and just thought it was an Extreme 22 because I didn't know about the different speaker qualities back then for whatever reason. And me being blind, I just thought that's an Extreme 22. I'm getting that. But yeah, and I had that one for a while. It's probably my favorite Bop It. But then the Spin It died out, so I got my Extreme 22. But then the Spin It on that one actually fixed itself, so I gave it away. And then the person I gave it to gave it away, and then the person who has it now, I don't know if he's even using it, but yeah. Then I got 3 off of Facebook Marketplace. Another one of them I also gave away to Max, actually. And then one of them went to Kenny, and then one of them was actually gonna go to Reed, but I ended up keeping it. So yeah. Let me think next. Oh yeah, the Bop It Micro 1.0. I have had actually 3 units of that. I don't know if I ever told you guys this story, but I got my first Bop It Micro for my 7th birthday in 2018, from a friend. And yeah, obviously I got it new in the box. It was really cool. And that one lasted me a good 4 or 5 years, but then unfortunately the Bop It button blew. But then for Christmas in 2018, I got a second micro new in the box, from one of my teachers. And of course, me being stupid, I threw it away, which I wish I hadn't done, because then in 2022 or 2023, whenever it was, my old micro 1.0 gave out. I do have another one now though that I got used actually for $2. My granddad actually drove me all the way down, like, for, like, down, like, 90 minutes away, and we literally just paid with a singular coin. Um, the Bop It button wasn't too good, for a while, but it works almost perfectly now. My 2.0 that I got from Kenny, though, is definitely a better unit, but yeah. Alright, so next, actually, let's rewind a bit. I forgot about the Simon Swipe. I've had 2 units of that, both of which I actually got for really cheap. My first one I got in, like, mid-2024 at a place called Cash Converters, which is kind of like an op shop or thrift store, whatever you want to call it. But instead of you just giving stuff to them, they buy it off you. So yeah, it's actually a pretty cool shop. Though I haven't had best experiences with it because my old Bop It Tetris and my old Simon Swipe that I got both from there both died. But yeah, I got my second Simon Swipe from a Savers in mid-2025, because my old swipe, the speaker actually got really bad in the end, and one of the red sensors was really glitchy, because one day, at like the end of 2024, I got really angry at it, and I poked it, which obviously knocked something loose in there. So yeah, that's where the Simon Swipe from Savers came in. I actually got that for cheaper, and it's a way better unit. And yeah. Back to Bop Its for a little bit. Oh, wait, hold on. You might be thinking, why didn't you cover the Bop It Tetris? Well, because my old one was US and my new one is UK, so technically different versions, but I'll talk about it anyway. My old one just had a terrible slider, so I'll just lose lives for no reason. New one works so much better. So yeah, thank you, Stella, for that. But yeah, back on the Bop Its. The Bop It R2D2, I've had 3 units. It was actually my first ever electronic game. I got it back in 2015 when I was 4. No, 3. Because my dad got it new in the box from a place called Kmart, which is discontinued in the US, I believe, but it's still like open widely across Australia, and it's great for electronic games. They don't have character Bop Its anymore, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so I actually love that thing, and that's how my parents realized I love Bop It so much. And I don't know what happened to that one, but the not the speaker died. It might have dropped through the floor in our first house, because our first house had a hole in the floor under my brother's bed, and I probably dropped it down there being so little. Or it just got thrown out, or I have no idea, but yeah. Then I actually got a second one for my birthday in 2024, which we could not get working. Honestly though, I'm gonna be straight up here, I cried. I know what you might be thinking. I was turning 13 and I cried because it didn't work, but like it wasn't a meltdown. It was just quiet crying, because here's the thing. I hadn't had that thing for 9 years, and I'd been waiting so long to get that back, and it didn't work. I was just really upset in the moment. But yeah, a couple of you might sound stupid, but yeah, let's continue. So then my mom ended up getting me another one to replace that, which lasted less than 2 weeks. And then I bopped it really hard to try and reset it to get into test mode, and it blew. I was also quite devastated about that. But then, a few months later, we actually ended up going to Western Australia, where I gave both units to my uncle, whose friend restored one of them for me. Don't ask which one, I have no idea. But yeah, now that one is still perfectly working. So yeah, move on. Next, I've had 4 refreshes. They've actually, all 4 of them have been birthday gifts, I just realized. The first one I got in 2016 when I was 5, obviously, new in the box. Then the speaker died out, so I believe the next year I got a second one, which lasted about a year and a half, and then the speaker died out. Then I got another one for my birthday in 2019, I believe it is. I believe it was, but I cannot remember at all. And that one was the high-pitched one that lasted me like 5 or 6 years. But then the sensors and the pullet just died out. So now I've got my current one, which is actually my only used one. It's an okay unit, definitely better than my old one. But I wish I still had the high-pitched one. And yeah. The Simon Air, I've had 3. I got my first one back in 2016, I believe it was, new in the box. Obviously me being, blind, 4 or 5 years old, and stupid, I could not play it, and just crashed out at it so much so my parents just hid it away, and somehow it survived us moving house 2 times, and then on one random morning in 2024, it just appeared in the cupboard out of nowhere. Don't ask how the heck. There might be a ghost in that cupboard, but the house was built only 6 years ago, so no, 7 years ago now, but yeah, I don't understand how that happened, but yeah, that was high-pitched, and I really miss it, but the speaker died. I actually ended up giving it away. No idea what happened to it now, because I unfortunately lost contact with that friend, not because we argued, but just because of circumstances. We can't see each other anymore, but yeah. My second one, speaker, it lasted about a week, and then the speaker went all crackly and distorted real bad. And so then, around my birthday, 2024, actually, my auntie was taking me out for some birthday shopping, went into an op shop, and we found my current Simon Air. Really good unit. So I bought it, and I actually gave the other one away to somebody else who, the speaker died, and then he destroyed it. So, yeah. Honestly, though, I don't care. Because it's not like I lost anything. But, yeah. And then what else? Oh, yeah. I've actually had 2 units of the Bop It Classic 2.0, and I still have both of them. Got them both at op shops, actually. One of them on the same day I got my current Simon Air. That one is in really good condition, works perfectly, and my other one is crap. The twist it doesn't, like the spring, must have been like jerked around or something, because it doesn't spring back when you twist it one way, but it kind of does when you twist it the other way. The pull it sticks, the bop it button feels weird to push, and the speaker can distort sometimes. That one has no batteries, and I Actually, no, I believe I threw it out. No, I didn't. I tried to throw it out, but my dad stopped me because it still kind of works, so I could donate it. But yeah. Bop It, Baby Yoda. I have technically had two. One of them, though, I never unboxed and is going to the same person who is getting my low-pitched smash, my old Tetris, and my US gamepad. Don't ask why I'm giving them away. You might think I'm stupid, but honestly, I've got multiple of each, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think. Oh, World's Smallest Bop It, I've also had two of. Although my old one just went to Max the other day. Nothing lost there. So, yeah, I believe that is it. See, I know this was quite a long talking video. I probably bored y'all out of your flippin' minds. But, yeah, if you did watch to the end, thank you. And I'll see you next time.